I said Italy. I feel like my brain is cheese right now and everything's just sifting through. Hey guys, it's Molly here again, and I thought it was time for another Q&A because so many new people have joined the family. So if you're new here, welcome. If you're old here, welcome back. I appreciate each and every single one of you being here and a part of this channel situation that we got going on here on the internet. I asked on my Instagram, I posted this photo right here that my editor is gonna plop right in there. I posted that photo and I asked for you guys to send me any and all of the questions that you might have for me so that you guys can get to know me a little bit better. And a lot of questions were sent in, like over 130 questions. So I'm not gonna be able to answer all of your questions. Side note, promo for Instagram. That's probably where I'm always gonna go and hit you guys up for questions. So this is where you can find me on Instagram right here. And you should go follow me because I live stream every day. We do stories, we post, it's a lot of fun, we interact. And if you do follow my live streams on Instagram every day, you know I'm in a hair funk. So let's just ignore my hair for the remainder of this video and pretend it looks good. Okay, great, thank you, we all agree, perfect. So I had my Mama Bee, who is sitting behind the camera there, go through and select questions. I have not read any of them. So this is gonna be a surprise for me. I don't know what you wanna know, so we're all just gonna go through this journey together. Mama Bear, can you give me the first question? Lizzie's wondering what my greatest ambition in life is. We're starting it off with a hard hitter. I mean, I think I want similar things out of life that most people want. I wanna eat a lot of pizza. I want to go on a lot of lovely hikes. I wanna meet a unicorn. And those are probably some of my biggest ambitions. Sarah wants to know what my favorite thing about Canada is and what my favorite thing about the States is. My favorite thing about Canada is how much everybody really does say sorry. And everybody's just like super polite and kind and lovely. I mean, obviously not everybody. We have some screw-ups in Canada, but like most people are pretty great humans. I also love that we say A because I think the word A is honestly such a fantastic, useful word that I use a lot and that I think the rest of the world needs to adopt into their language. So those are my favorite things about Canada. My favorite thing about the US is that I have a lot of amazing friends that live in America, and I love that America has parts of the country that are like warm 365 days of the year, because in Canada it gets frigid and my snot freezes when I walk outside in the winter and I don't like that. So yeah. Creme Fresh wants to know if I will be doing any more Follow Me Around vlogs because he or she finds them very interesting. Thank you, I appreciate that. I will definitely be doing more Follow Me Around vlogs because they keep getting requested. So I will definitely be doing that. My mom and I are kind of working out the best way to do that. If I want to get like a new swanky vlogging camera, if we're going like how we want to shoot them, what filming style we want to go for with the Follow Me Around. So we're kind of like working all that jazz out, but you will definitely be seeing Follow Me Around vlogs. I can promise you. Clayton wants to know if I've ever had issues with roommates moving things around the house. Mother. Yes, I do have issues like that, mother.
Yes.
What is something I have never done before but I would like to try? I believe that was also from Clayton. I'd love to go work at like an elephant sanctuary. Like elephants are my favorite animal, so I would love to go work in like an elephant sanctuary and get to just like hang out with baby elephants all day and like feed them and snuggle them. And I would love to go skydiving. There's a lot of things I'd love to do. Honestly, I'm a bit of an adrenaline junkie. Like, give me a situation and I want to try it. I'm pretty much up for anything. So comment down below, give me challenges. Like, what do you want to see me do? The local Sherpa wants to know if I can do a video on rock climbing. I did used to work as a rock climbing instructor. Post blindness, thank you very much. I was a rock climbing instructor and belay instructor, and I loved it so much. I haven't gone rock climbing in quite some time, but if I go rock climbing again, I will bring you guys along for the journey. Jay Barrera, I think is how the name is pronounced. wanted to know what other YouTubers I want to collab with. I have like a goals list of people I want to collab with, like Safia Nygaard, Drew Lynch, Phil DeFranco, Matthew Santoro, oh my god, who else? There's so many people. Bethany Moda, any hot young single male YouTubers that are dateable. Yeah, all of them. Kevin is wondering where we're going for lunch. Kevin, I don't know, where do you want to take me? Derodrick, sorry if I just butchered that, is wondering what advice I would give to architects and designers to help make places more accessible for the blind and for disabled people in general. I mean, obviously for general disability, doing things like adding electric door openers, adding ramps instead of stairs. For blind people, adding Braille on your elevator buttons. Candice Pool-Neistat's building neglected to do so. I would say using high color contrast, write all your writing in large print. Giving tactile indicators. So for example, at the floor, on the floor, when like the hallway comes to an end and it turns, make the texture on the floor or on the tile different, as well as create a different color. When painting the walls, do like white walls, and the hallway when it comes to an end is like a gray wall or a purple wall, or just like a different color to create more color contrast. Don't use glass doors and like see-through glass, because visually impaired people cannot see clear glass. We just think it's a, open wide space and we're going to walk right into it, as many dogs do. So yeah, those are some like basic easy ones. There's obviously a lot more in-depth ones. There was actually a really great blind architect who did a TED Talk, so if I can find it, I'll link it down below and you should watch it. It's really interesting. 70s Mac, my good friend who joins me on every Instagram live stream, thank you so much. What is my idea of a dream summer vacation? I mean, for me, summer in Canada is like the best season we've got. So in summer, I honestly don't want to go anywhere except like go up north to the Muskoka Woods and go to cottages, because I'm like a pretty classic Canadian. I love, listen, like I'm a girly girl. I love getting all glammed up and wearing my heels and doing my makeup. But I also love getting like rough and dirty and like going, that sounds wrong, but you know what I mean. I love like going camping, canoeing, hiking, like swimming in the lake, just going tubing and water skiing and wakeboarding and like doing all that kind of like outdoorsy, summery stuff. So yeah. Clay Harris said that his 2-year-old is blind and asked for what advice I can give him. Thank you for reaching out. I mean, there's no parenting book on how to raise a blind child, as my parents learned and as you've learned. Now that you've kind of been thrust into this situation, I feel very blessed. I think my parents did an amazing job. Not to like toot my own horn, I'm tooting their horn. Like I could not have asked for better parents. They treated me like they would any other child. They did not wrap me up in cotton wool and protect me the way I think they probably wanted to at times. They let me go out. They let me run into things and hurt myself, like the scar I have through my left eyebrow. They let me, rip half my nose open if I had to. Like, they just let me go out and do normal kid stuff. And if I got hurt, I got hurt, because the reality is a sighted kid could fall and get hurt. I've never broken a bone. Knock on wood. Where's the wood? I've never broken a bone. And, I'm blind and they let me do everything. They let me go figure skating and play soccer and just, they let me do it. They gave me every opportunity that any other kid gets. They sent me off to summer camp and they put me into acting, and acting is like the best thing you can do for your child. Acting classes, improv, stage performance, put your child, when your 2-year-old gets old enough, into acting, because that taught me so many like sighted people norms that I wouldn't have really adapted, because as young people, you learn how to do things by looking at other people do those things. And when you're blind, you don't see other people doing those things, so you have to be taught to do basic things, like looking at somebody when they talk to you. And so acting lessons taught me the importance of those things. Acting lessons taught me how to literally like act sighted. And so many people are like, oh my gosh, I would never know you're blind. You're the most like sighted acting blind person ever. And I'm like, well, it's not an act to me anymore, but like, I essentially learned how to fake it till you make it. I learned how to be sighted as a blind person. And it's like learning facial expressions and where to look and how to act and move my body and just like all of those things that have really helped me to feel more confident and to fit in better with my peers, and to kind of, I don't know, blend in a little bit more, which, as my parents know, isn't something I do very well. Blending in has never been my strength. My mom is literally laughing at this idea of me blending in. But acting lessons, honestly, throw your kid in some acting classes. It's the best thing that my parents ever did for me, and I'm really grateful. And if you wonder how I seem so sighted, acting classes is how I seem so sighted, and now it's just me. This is just me. Legends of Shelda, not Zelda, Shelda, asked any plans for my next tattoo. I actually think my mom and I might get some tattoos soon, little matching bumblebees. My dad calls us the Killer Bees because our last name is Burke, and my mom and I work together. She travels everywhere with me for work, and so yeah, he calls us the Killer Bees, so I think we might get little bumblebee tattoos. And I don't know, I think I might get it like here. I think that would be kind of cute.
Oh, that would be nice.
Yeah, thank you, Mom. I think it would be cute too. Like a little bumblebee right on the front of my shoulder, I think would look super cute. I definitely want to get a Mandela tattoo incorporated into my back piece possibly, but maybe on its own, like on my rib cage or something. I don't know, but bumblebee, like a little baby bumblebee on my shoulder is what I'm thinking. And I'll do a follow me around vlog of my mom and I getting those, if and when we do get those, which will probably be soon, to be honest. I think we'll probably get them quite soon. And my best friend Shelby and I have talked about possibly getting tattoos together as well. If I could travel anywhere, where would I go? I talk about this a lot on my live stream as well on Instagram. Shameless self-promo number like 37. I want to travel everywhere, essentially. I mean, I want to like go all around the world is my dream. But I have top 5 that are like, I have to go to these places before I die. I need to go immediately. Not that I'm like planning on dying immediately, but you know, you never know. So I really want to go to Spain, Italy, Dubai, Australia. I don't know what my 5th place is. Oh my gosh. I said Italy. I feel like my brain is cheese right now and everything's just sifting through. All right, well, there's a 5th place. I'll write it across here if I remember. And by I'll write it across here, I mean my editor that I pay to edit videos will write it right across here. So E. Marie asked what my favorite color was when I was a kid, and I was obsessed with the color blue. I mean, obviously as like a little girl, I loved pink and purple, but when I got a little bit older, like grade 3, grade 4, my favorite color was blue for a while, and the reason my favorite color was blue is because my brother's best friend Andrew, his favorite color was blue, and I was certain I was going to marry Andrew. And you obviously can't get married unless you both have the same favorite color, and therefore, my favorite color was blue. But the year I went blind, was grade 8, 2008, my favorite color was purple, and that is still my favorite color to this day because it was the last favorite color I ever had. And funny enough, my best friend Shelby, who's also blind, her favorite color is purple. So, I don't know, it's a blind thing, I guess. Sean Mezek asked what I wanted to be when I was a kid. I wanted to be an actress and a model. That was my dream. I've always loved to entertain people. I've always loved to put on a show, if you will. I've always loved connecting with audiences, which is why I love my job so much as a motivational speaker and why I love doing YouTube so much. Sorry, I keep like hitting my knee, just making some music for you. I grew up wanting to be an actress and a model, and I am too short to be a model or a traditional model. I'm 4'10.5". The half is important to me. And so I can't do like traditional modeling, but I can still do commercial modeling. And so I've done some of that with the Dove commercial that I was in. And yeah, I love acting. So hopefully one day I'll get to do some more acting in films, movies, or television shows. That would be a huge goal of mine still. But the thing is, when I grew up, I wanted to be an actress and a model just because I loved doing those things. I loved photo shoots and I loved acting and stage performance and television. But I now get to do those things, like my work as a motivational speaker. I'm technically performing on a stage. And my work with YouTube, I'm, sitting down and filming for a camera and for an audience. And so I feel like I'm doing the thing that I always dreamed, like that little sighted Molly grew up dreaming of doing, but I'm doing it in a way that has so much more meaning because I'm actually contributing something to people, or I'd like to think that I am. I'm actually able to help, maybe educate or break down some stereotypes and stigma that exists about disability, and I'm able to help hopefully inspire and motivate people in new ways. And getting to be a performer and do modeling and do these things I dreamed of doing, but getting to do them in a way that actually has so much purpose. Not that if I was doing it in a traditional way it wouldn't, but I don't know, it just feels like there's like a deep-rooted meaning in what I get to do. And I know I like kind of made a joke about my ambition in life earlier, but like, yeah, my ambition in life is really to help people and to make a difference and to help create world change and just do something good for people. And I feel like I get to do that. And I hope you feel that I'm doing that for you. So, somebody asked what the top 3 things on my bucket list are. Ilya? Lenillen? I can't say your name, I'm sorry. Asked what my top 3 things on my bucket list are. And move to LA, be on Ellen DeGeneres, and I have so many other things that I want to do in my life. Have my own TV show, or have a book, or a clothing line. I want to have my own clothing line, not merch, like a clothing line. Like I love fashion. I want to like design my own clothing, or do like some kind of like collaborate with a makeup company making my own makeup product or something. That would be really cool. Or walk in New York Fashion Week. I don't know. I want to do so many things with my life. I honestly believe that for all of us, sky is the limit. Like, just put yourself out there, go out there, do what you love, pursue your dreams, never give up, put anything you want out in the world and just see what happens. When I was 16, my goal in life was to be on Ellen, which hasn't happened yet, so that's not a great example, but also to be in a Dove commercial. How many people get to be in a Dove commercial in their lifetime? Not very many. And I was in their global campaign for both print modeling and commercial modeling. So like, just put it out there. What's to lose? Go after your dreams. You're not going to regret it. So I know, I'm sorry, I just gave this big little spiel here, but I honestly believe in it. And so I think the last thing I'm going to answer in this video is a question that I'm not even going to put a label on who asked it because so many people have been asking it. Are you single? And am I single? Yes. Do I have a crush on somebody? Yes. Do I think the guy I have a crush on likes me back? No. So it's a bit of a time for me right now. So, looking. We're open. Send your applications my way. And by the way, I am not related to Candice Pool-Neistat. That's also been a very buzzed about thing in the comments section of videos, both on Casey's channel and my channel. Somebody was actually like, in case nobody's heard, it is fact that Molly is Candice's daughter, and I think it's great that Casey is supporting his stepdaughter's YouTube career. And I was like, my parents are reading this and they're like, is there something we don't know? Like, so yeah, no, I'm not related to Candice in any way. I've actually never even met Candice. I would love to though. She seems like she's a great person. I love other female entrepreneurs who are just going out there and doing what they love. And yeah, so I'm not related, but thank you for thinking so. I don't know. So yeah, that's it for this video. I'm sure it was longer than I intended it to be when I sat down because that's just how we do it here on my channel. So thank you all. Thank you to the new people who have joined. Thank you to the old people, the OGs who have been here from the very beginning. I appreciate each and every single one of you being a part of my life and this crazy, wild journey that I am on. And I'm gonna see you in the next video. Bye.